Grayzone, 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 Grayzone.
Welcome to Grayzone. I'm your host for today, Jim Harrison. We're going to be talking about matters. Just kidding! This is Astrobrat. We never have subs here on the Grayzone. Here with us today is, of course, another special guest. He was stuck in a cube for 8 months, 4,000 leagues under the ocean, off the coast of where?
Man, it's like over by Miami, dude. I don't know, dude. I woke up, I was in a cube, and I was underwater, and I could see the ocean, and there was fish, and turtles, and whales all around me, swimming, and I was in a cube for months, like a long time.
So, describe to us this cube, first of all. What was the interior like? And mostly we just want to hear about any female accompaniment.
Well, I wasn't in the cube with like another person. It was by myself, because I think there was Allah. I think he was trying to, grow my spirit inside of me. So he put me in a cube under the ocean so that I could learn to be by myself, but around everything,
So describe the interior of this cube.
Well, think of it like a cube, like a rectangular prism kind of air that's just like around you, and like you sit there and you curled up like a baby, like fetal position, like when you're coming out of the womb, and what you do is like you have to like experience the ocean under the ocean on the floor in the cube, and there's a fish around you, and it's a lightning experience.
So now I'm sure this is something my listeners are really questioning about you about. We understand there were some eating and drinking issues, but how did you jerk off while in this cube?
Well, I wasn't supposed to jerk off, because if I did, Allah would totally hurt me. He said that if I jerk off in this cube, then a mermaid will come and eat my soul. And I was like, oh man, I don't even believe in you, Allah, but you're like, well, talking to me and stuff. And so I was like, alright, I'm not going to jerk off. I made a promise to you, Allah, and I think I'll keep it.
So, back to the eating and drinking thing, I guess.
Well, I could just reach my hand out and grab a fish and feast on it. And I had to eat it raw. I wasn't allowed to cook it, because if I were to cook it, it would mean that I'm tainting the fish with, earth and fire. That's what humans use. They use earth and fire. So, you can't do that to the fish. Otherwise, it's impure,
What about drinking water? I imagine there's not too many supplies of that under the ocean.
Well, the thing is, you just sort of get a spoonful of the ocean water, and you just sort of scoop it into the cube with you in your hand. Because, if it falls on the ground, it's going to go back in the ocean, because it's kind of an invisible cube. But if you hold it in your hand, and you swish it around in your mouth, and then you spit it out, you get a little bit of hydration out of it.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. You get really bad chapped lips, but I ate a lot of fish though, so it didn't affect me too much.
What my listeners are probably going to find most interesting, how did you find yourself in this predicament in the first place?
Well, I was, look at it this way. I was in college, alright, and we were doing some experiments, in the lab, and we were thinking of these different ways, that we could get in touch with God, because we want to make a machine that makes it to where you can go to heaven, but then come back, because that would be cool, because you'd be able to go to heaven, and hang out, go on vacation, go to the Nickelodeon studios and shit, and then come back, and then you could come back, and then go back there if you wanted, and then come back. That's what we want to do, with heaven, because it'll be like a vacation resort. That's like awesome.
So, that didn't completely answer my question. I'm just going to assume we've got to come up to a commercial here real quick. But I'm just going to assume that this experimenting led up to this invisible cube and Allah. Well, listeners, we're going to cut to commercials real quick. We'll be right back with the amazing Cubeman, as the newspapers are calling him, here in a second. Thank you very much.
Hello, this is single. Oh yes, okay. Hello, public. This is Heinz, as people call me. We are going to be selling those fuel showers at it's local stores near you. find the location. It is called Das Führer Shower Room. And we will very looking forward to seeing you here. Goodbye.
Here at General Murphy's Gun Emporium, we guarantee that we will supply you with the firearms necessary to defend yourself against assailants of freedom and democracy. I am General Murphy. I am an ex-Marine, and I am also armed to the teeth, like any good American should be. And if you want to be armed to the teeth too, just like me, General Murphy, then come down to General Murphy's Gun Emporium. We will sell you handguns, Class 3 firearms, shotguns, automatic shotguns, RPG-7s, Dragonals, missile pod systems, SAMs, and also many other acumens of destruction, including, but not limited to, landmines, grenades, Mountain Bettys, Molotov cocktails, Thompson submachine guns, and various other bits of destruction. So come down to General Murphy's Gun Emporium, or you'll be the one on the wrong end of the barrel.
Welcome back to the Grayzone. We're here with the amazing Cubeman, a man who survived for 8 months, 12 leagues under the sea, in a cube made of air, surviving only on his wits, his urine, and Allah, as he put it. We've got a couple callers coming in. Are you willing to take them, Mr. Amazing Cubeman?
Like, I could totally take a call and stuff, man. Like, I'm not, like, against people talking to me.
Well, we got our light lighting up, so here we go.
Whoa, dude, you made it. Like, I was...
Oh, is that you, Skids?
Yeah!
Oh my god! Dude, Skids, I saw so many things, dude. Like, I don't even know if you can explain it. I may have, like, delved into a realm or something.
It is, like, totally, like, off the wall, man. Like, last time I saw you, we were in the dorm rooms.
So, Skids, did you have a question for Mr. Amazing Cubeman?
I'm just, like, totally psyched that he made it through that cube, and Allah, he went, and talked to him and stuff.
Like, I don't know for, like, sure if it was a law. Like, I'm not saying, like, 100% it was a law, but I'm just pretty sure I saw a creature. It looked like it had an eye, and I think it was a law. That's what I'm gonna guess, but I'm not 100% sure.
Jimi Hendrix is known for talking to people and having an eye.
It's like, wow.
Maybe it's Jimi Hendrix's heaven, dude.
That would be, well, that would be something. So thank you for your call and for the encouragement to our Mr. Amazing Cubeman. Do you have something else to say about your experience? What has this taught you? Where will your experiments take you next?
Well, like, totally. I'm not gonna destroy the machine that I made because I think it's too powerful, Because, if people are gonna go to heaven, they're gonna go litter and stuff too. I was thinking about that, afterwards. Because, I was going to Disneyland, and I go to, like, the 7-Eleven sometimes, and sometimes I go to, like, Walmart, but everywhere I go, usually there's, like, a cup, or, like, a burger package, or, like, a paper bag, or a plastic bag blowing in the wind all delicately, and, I just think, oh, man, humans are so gross, dude. They're gonna take that cube, and they're gonna break it, and I can't breathe without it.
You know what? I never would have thought things like litter and misguidedness would be a problem in the astral plane. But you've obviously covered all the.
Here's the thing: is you're mixing the temporal with the astral, so like it's clashing worlds, and that's why it's a problem.
Maybe that's why no such machine exists in the natural world.
No, like I got one in my basement. I'm gonna smash it up tonight, dude. Hey, maybe you could come over. We could test it out sometime.
I'm not going over to your house. I maintain a strictly professional relationship with most of my interviewees.
Like, seriously, I'm all into like professionalism and stuff, but I'm just saying, one last shot before it's, kaput.
You know what? I'm gonna have to pass on that. I've been known to litter.
I think I know what I'll do. I'm gonna put myself in the machine, but put a remote explosive behind it, and then destroy it behind me. So that way the secrets die with me.
Why? We do not condone suicide on the Grayzone. We
It's not suicide, it's projection. I'm just going to a different place, that's all.
Well, we're running out of time here on the Gray.